So you want to become a vlogger. What's going on, guys? Not your average dad here, and thanks for joining me on this video. Congratulations on your future further steps on becoming a vlogger, and I want to teach you some ways to not break the bank and the way I did it. Some things I've learned along the ways. I want to teach you what I have, shoved in this little brain of mine that got me so far. So let's get started. Let's start off with gear, right? So you need a camera. You have a phone. You can utilize your phone, no problem. The only thing I highly recommend is that you get a mic for your phone, because that audio, once you send it over to, Premiere Pro or iMovie, which is free. So iMovie is a free one you can start off with for editing. You have no issues with your audio. It's difficult to stick around and watch a video that has horrible audio. It's too hard to, stick by that eerie, nasty, staticky noise. It's not worth it for a lot of people. So they'll just click next. So definitely enhance your audio at all, any chance you can get, so without breaking the bank, we can start off with just your phone. Definitely look into OfferUp for some starter kits for your phone, where like a stand or even a mic for it. I do recommend you get a camera, because eventually you're gonna level up to that anyways. On top of that, I recommend you get something with the aux that you can plug in a mic. I currently have the Canon T6i with the 18 to 35 millimeter lens, a Rode mic on there, and the Joby GorillaPod. I love this. I didn't always start with this. I first started off with just the camera, the lens, and this Takstar $15 to $21, I think it was about, like $15 or $21 mic, and it worked wonders for me. I started off at the low bases, and worked my way up. This is not the top of the line gear set that I have that's out there. You can always spend more, but definitely dive in first. Make sure you like it. Make sure you want to stick with it. I'm gonna give you some free apps that you can utilize in order to put your stuff together and post it. So let's get into shooting. Do yourself a favor and you will thank yourself later after doing so. Great audio and great lighting. So always try to shoot in great lighting. Nothing too bright, nothing too dark, because once you get out there and you're vlogging around and it's too bright, you're gonna have to go back to the editing room and color correct. And that's something very difficult you'll have to work with in order to make it smooth into the next video, That's something I had difficulties with in the beginning, and it was hard. I'd spend like 3 days editing a video, and it would take me hours upon hours, how to edit the audio, it took me a very long time to learn. And now I can edit a video within 3 to 4 hours, no problem. Especially something like this where you stand and shoot, it'll be one of the easier videos you'll edit. Now, when you're going out and about and you're having to try to figure out your storyline, it'll get a little bit more difficult. So let's shoot into that, since I talked about that storyline. Once you're shooting and you're gonna vlog, make sure you have in the back of your mind how you're gonna present this video, how you're gonna get to the editing room and put it together, right? So shoot to edit is what they call it. So shooting to edit, you get your starting point, then you got your rise and your climax, and then your ending. You're making a film. Think about it as you're making an actual small, short, 10-minute to 15-minute, however long you're gonna make it, of a movie. In order for the people to stay entertained, people don't wanna watch you just walk around and, hey, I bought suits, hey, I bought this, hey, a storyline is what's gonna take you the longest way. Remember, you're making an actual movie in a sense. You're making a film. You're making a 10-minute film. So get that, starting point, rise into the climax, a climax, and then your ending point. Don't forget that, because once you're shooting to edit, it's going to be easier for you to edit that film, because you know where you need to be. One tip that I would give you is some of the people like to, put that clip where it's rising into the climax in the beginning in order to catch those people right off the bat, because you only have seconds to catch someone's attention and be like, okay, I'm interested. So if you give them a glimpse of that, they're gonna stay intrigued, and then they're gonna see how you figured out a solution to that, or how did you get into that, So definitely one tip, get a little bit of one of those clips and put it in the beginning quickly, and then start your intro, and then bam, you're into your story. Next thing you know, your film is over and you posted a successful, awesome vlog. So now, shooting with your phone. You can definitely shoot with your phone without having any audio. So let's say you're taking your camera and you're going around, you're like, hey, we're going to the beach, it's gonna be a great day, blah, 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 and this and that. And then you get to the beach and you don't want to take your camera out or something along the lines. Get that phone out, put it on 60 frames per second in order to get to the editing room and transfer it over to a 24 to 25 frames per second. and that will essentially you're shooting, so it's shooting faster that it doesn't look so weird when you slow it down. Now if you shoot in 24 to like 30 frames per second and you get back to the editing room, it's gonna look all jumpy. It's not gonna look as good. There's not enough frames per second being shot in order for you to slow it down and make it nice and smooth. I can definitely put out some more videos on that and how to do it. Something that you'll have to work with is being comfortable in front of the camera. Something that I had to work with was not looking at the display screen, because then it looks like this and I'm not paying attention to you, and the person I need to be paying attention is you. So work on that. Talk about what you're gonna talk about in front of a mirror, or even in front of your camera, and you don't even have to press record and just sit there, spout everything out, work on what like your mindset, and get it together. That way once you're actually shooting, you're just focusing on the camera, focusing on not trying to be shy, not trying to stutter on what you got to say. It's gonna be almost impossible to not stutter and see, but you'll get there. You'll learn how to edit it, you'll learn how to shoot it, you'll learn how to do that. So that's a way to go upon it, and that eventually would help you out in order to go out there and vlog when people are walking by you, because you're gonna get shy unless you're a very, very like not shy person. You're out there, you like, I don't care, this and that, then you're gonna walk around no problem. But you're gonna have to get used to that. You're gonna have to get used to vlogging in front of people passing you by, looking at you, saying, oh look, this and that. Who cares what they have to say? You're trying to build you, right? You're trying to build your business, whatever you're trying to do for yourself. You can get a paycheck from YouTube. I'm currently not getting a paycheck from YouTube. I want to put that out there, but you can definitely make this a career, or a stepping stone into the right direction of wherever you want to go. So keep that in mind. So let's get into editing. So the editing process, like I said earlier, it's going to be easier if you know your storyline. If you know that storyline, once you get to that edit process, you're gonna be like, okay, this is this. Oh, this is my climax. You're gonna know how to insert everything everywhere. You're gonna know how to chop it up. And if you have a huge amount of film, you have like 30 minutes worth of film, and you're trying to cram this into 10 minutes, as long as you know what you're gonna use, what's important, what's not important, how you're gonna use your B-roll. So anything that I'm showcasing for examples of other, like it's hard to explain this, but so B-roll would be like, hey, we're currently at the beach and this and that, and I'm showing scenes at the beach as I'm talking to you. So as I'm talking to you is A-roll when you see that video. B-roll would be, this cinematic, nice scene that's in 60 frames per second, but I crunched it down into 24 frames per second, like I was telling you. So moving on from there, thumbnails. So your thumbnail, once you're done with your production, once you're done with your editing, you're filming everything, and you're uploading it to YouTube. Use Canva. Canva is a free app that you can utilize in order to get your picture of whatever you want to capitalize in order to, put it as a thumbnail and catch the viewer's eye. Because a lot of people don't want to watch a video or they won't click on your stuff if it's just, something that YouTube provides you. Once you're uploading your video, sometimes YouTube will provide you with a thumbnail and it looks something like and you don't want to use that. No one's gonna be like, oh, look at that, that's interesting. No, I'm gonna put a thumbnail where like I'm holding my camera and it's like how to vlog, something of that nature, and it looks more interesting because it looks like I'm vlogging, and it looks, and the title, matches, everything looks good. So make that kind of pristine in order for people to be like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. Fake it till you make it, right? So use use that Canva app. Use if you want to do free stuff, you can start off with your phone. You can just get some mic for it, because boosting your audio, remember, shoot in good lighting, and don't try to work on not being shy in front of the camera. Editing, processing is probably the difficult and for sure the longest time that you'll spend on vlogging. So work on your edit skills. I'll post some more videos on how to edit if you guys would like. The basics, the easiest way how to edit and how to post your vlog easily, right? So I can make some of that. And then thumbnails, capitalize on those thumbnails. Now titles. For your title, you can use something that already is kind of trending, that is basically the same thing you're vlogging about, and then just put a slash and just put something more personal, like, I can't believe we got it this, or I can't believe we made it this far, or horrible news, or wow, that was exciting, or thrilling, or whatever you want to utilize in order to enhance those viewers to click on your video and get at least the ball rolling for you. Once you're done in your post-production, you're all done with everything, you're posting it. So share your stuff on social media, share your stuff on Reddit, people do that, share your stuff on Instagram, Facebook, all those things, in order to like catch those viewers, family and friends that enjoy, your journey, and they're inclined to seeing how you're doing and seeing what you're doing. They'll click on it, they'll watch it. If they're intrigued, then they'll like and subscribe. That being said, definitely smash that like button in order to get this video up on the YouTube algorithm. I'd really, really appreciate that. I'll wait. Okay, good. That'll wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Not Your Average Dad, and have a good day.